You are all welcome to Point Blank, coming from News Peddlers. Today, I'm having Barrister Medemaku Abayomi. We are here to discuss the recent protests that happened in Badagry on Saturday, where the youth of Badagry came out in mass to display their displeasure about a ASUU lecturer, Dr. Dansu, who was sacked based on some reasons better known to the university, and these youths are out to send a message to the public and the government. Enough is enough. The lecturers need to be reinstated in the institution. Barrister Medemaku Abayomi, he was at the protest. He was the one that read the speech of the concerned youth at the protest. What exactly happened to this moment? Being part of the protest, what is the purpose of the protest?
The protest, as we had it on Saturday, the 18th of May 2024, was long overdue. We took our time to ensure that all relevant stakeholders had enough time to right their wrong. But unfortunately, none of them deemed it fit to do what was right. That was why we came up with that protest, to push home our point that this ASUU-LASU 5 should be reversed. Their dismissal should be reversed and they be reinstated back to LASU, so that the students in LASU would benefit from their brains. Because you would agree with me that being a PhD holder is not a joke. Not to now talk of 5 PhD holders dismissed from the academic environment on frivolous allegations such as having access to unauthorized or classified information. One thing I would like to ask you, sir, is LASU a secret society? Is the LASU community a secret society? Are the information made public? Are they true or false? Were those information true or false? Those should be our contention. And according to the Freedom of Information Act, it says the right of every individual to information is established. So once your right to information is established, mode of getting that information becomes secondary. Let me put it that way. Because the law already said you have a right to that information, especially to public institutions information. And since LASU is not a secret society, then why the whole abalu about making some information public or whatsoever? And on those baseless allegations or presumptions, these lecturers were suspended or were dismissed, thereby denying the LASU community of the intellectual sagacity and proudness of these lecturers. Let's say for the past 5-6 years, the lecturer, the student that would have benefited immensely from this lecturer can never be less than 1,000. Imagine 1,000 students being denied the brains of these academics just because some persons who believe they are cabals or godfathers don't want to see them around. So that was why we felt, okay, enough is enough. Let's appeal to the governor, the listening governor, to please reverse this dismissal. Even if it was a means of punishment, the punishment is enough. And I know the governor is one who does things according to law. You said the governing council of LASU suspended them. This same governing council of LASU reinstated them. And after the reinstatement, barely 24 to 48 hours, the governor said they should put the reinstatement or the reversal on hold. You understand? The governing council said, okay, we are dismissing these people. The same governing council came back again and said, no, we are recalling these people. Then, what's it? So that means there are some persons, there are some individuals that doesn't want good for LASU. Because if you want good for an academic environment, you wouldn't suspend 5 PhD holders just because they are involved in unionism. Imagine the chairman of ASUU-LASU was suspended, yes. The secretary was suspended, the treasurer was suspended, the vice chairman was suspended, the assistant secretary was suspended. That's because of unionism. So let's not be seen, let the governor not be seen as being authoritarian, dictatorial, or whatsoever, which we strongly believe is not one. It is just some individuals that are trying to misplace facts and figures before him. So I am talking from the point of view of someone who has benefited immensely from Dr. Dansu and the 5 others, and even LASU community as a whole. I attended LASU. I did my LLB there. I did my second master's there. So I know the contribution of PhD holders to LASU. When I was in LASU from 2007, 2008 all to 2013, in my department, Faculty of Law, I am not sure we could boast of more than 5 PhD holders. We had Dr. Adeleke, Dr. Olaoluwa, Professor Yoku, and some very few others. It was thereafter that some people were forced to go and do their PhD. So imagine me not being taught by not more than maybe 3 professors or 3 doctors. And now that same institution is suspending 5 PhD holders. PhD holders are meant to be gods, mini gods in societies like us, in academic environments. But they are now being treated with trash because of internal politics or whatsoever. This alone is enough to discourage upcoming academicians or upcoming academics.
And youths are interested in academics.
Especially youth that are interested in academics, they believe, once you start voicing out now, they will discard all this your PhD and suspend you. Imagine these people for the past 5 to 7 years. What have they been surviving on? What have their families been surviving on? Even the academic community that is LASU itself. See what LASU have been missing in terms of academic prowess, brilliancy of these individuals.
Apart from this, looking at academics and what has happened, because some people will look at what happened vividly, musically, the students. You look at it like, does that mean even when you are in a community, are you not supposed to say the truth? Are you know, because the message that this is passing to the student is not passing a positive message.
Exactly. And those are the things I try to ponder and ruminate on. Like, how would someone be suspended for saying the truth or disclosing some information to the member of the public? How would someone be wish hunted because that person is involved or was involved in unionism?
Because if these informations were not true, I believe he should be sued.
Exactly.
For something other than.
Exactly. If someone gives out an untrue information, the law makes provision for ways to go. Either you go by way of defamation, which involves being sued for libel or slander. And in this case, even the Freedom of Information Act says a public official shall not be held liable for giving out information, irrespective of the way he got the information or whatsoever. That was what the Freedom of Information says. That secret, the criminal code, the penal code, the Secret Information Act or whatsoever, that the person shall not be liable for giving out information, irrespective of how he got the information, as far as those informations are true. Either confidential, classified or whatsoever. The only time there's a slight restriction is when the said information might be used by international community against the country or the military or against the military.
Yeah.
Those are the only thing
that will threaten the security of the country.
So the only thing the proponents of this suspension can say is maybe it will be injurious to LASU community if LASU community was to be a secret society, which I know that LASU is not a secret society. I am a product of LASU, and we know the war that was waged against cultism, secret society by then Hussein and his successors. So we feel this thing the wrongs should be right, and the individuals involved should be recalled. So that's our appeal to the government of the day, because we believe our Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is a listening governor. And we believe he will do what is right, which from pillars, from individuals, highly placed individuals that have called over the weekends. Some of them have even promised to table our matter before the governor, which we believe, even without them tabling our matter, the governor has seen the protest, which we will still carry out in succession. Very soon, if nothing is done, we'll move to LASU. From LASU, we'll move to Alausa. And we believe if we continue like this, it will not be good for the image of the state,
even the
institution itself. Because either we like it or not, education is highly subsidized in Lagos State, especially Lagos State University. I did my first master's in international human rights and humanitarian law in Germany, European Badagry University in Germany. And I know how much I spent. As of today, if I am to calculate the amount I spent to acquire that master's, it's more than 30 million.
Wow.
As of today, if I am to calculate it, it is more than 30 million. But imagine me getting another second master's in LASU with less than 500,000. So now imagine Lagos State sponsoring the education of Dr. Tony Dansu from diploma to BSc to masters to PhD. You know the resources that has gone into building him and some others, and those resources are being put to waste because some individuals believe they have done what they should not do. They have disclosed some information they should not disclose. So we are appealing to the government, to the LASU community. Professor Abayomi Bello was the acting VC when we were still in school, and I know as a fact that she is a mother to the core. And even this situation at hand, immediately she assumed office, she called for peace, and that was what culminated into the reversal or reinstatement, reversal of their dismissal. But some individuals, which I got classified information about, went to the governor and said, Governor, if you allow these 5 to return, they will give Professor Abayomi Bello problem. They will not allow her to govern LASU peacefully, which are all false. Dr. Dansu is a peace-loving individual. Oyekon is a peace-loving individual. The other 3, they are all peace-loving individuals, ready to work with any intellectual for the betterment of LASU.
And most importantly, one thing I discovered about these lecturers that were dismissed, they are students. They are concerned about student welfare. Students that the institution must take care of the students very well.
Seriously, because even when we were there, we know how these individuals, how these doctors
fought for the
interest of the students.
Yeah.
Not by carrying placard or by doing hostilities. They were always student friendly. Now imagine the number of students in terms of research that would have benefited from these 5 lecturers. I went abroad to do my master's. I thought, look, I have to go back to Nigeria to do my law practice because I am sure I would excel in it, because what they have inculcated in me in LASU shouldn't be a waste. And that's why some of us are here today. Just recently, 9 out of 13 judges in Lagos State. I even believe it's 10 because Tosin Ajose was not included in the list that I saw. 10 or let's say 9 out of the 13 judges that were appointed in Lagos State are last right.
ASUU students.
They were LASU students.
Wow.
So imagine if those our lecturers were not there then to inculcate those brilliancy they had into us. How do we achieve meritorious this thing?
That the people are celebrating.
I celebrate.
What had happened would have even sent some message to other lecturers that would see
Exactly.
things going wrong in the institution,
and they will not be able to talk.
Supposed to call attention.
They will not be able to say anything.
But
they will be
scared that
you know the system. I was a union leader. I was the national president of Lagos State Students, and before then I was involved in so many union activities. So I know what it means to be backstabbed in unionism. I won't lie to you. Most of those people telling government to do some things otherwise were former union leaders who have benefited immensely from unionism. But because they now find themselves in the political circle, they now try to downplay the effect of unionism.
And he will even encourage wrongdoings, illegal activities.
Exactly. Okay, for example, even though I don't know the said confidential information that was released by the doctors that were suspended, but I am sure for those at the ends of affair then to have taken it up to this level to ensure their dismissal, it means it points to one thing, that probably those information were not favorable to them. And once an information is not favorable to, it means either you are involved in corrupt practices. It must have gone against the individual who feels aggrieved for the disclosure of that information. Exactly. There must be something there that was truthful, and that person felt no, this thing should not have gotten into the public domain. Yeah. So in all, we are appealing to the listening Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to please reverse the dismissal of the ASUU-LASU 5 and reinstate them with their benefits and seniority. Well, by now, Dr. Dansu should be a professor, a full professor. So I believe the governor will do the needful, and we look forward to coming to the government house or any other or LASU community to appreciate those who have made the reversal of the dismissal possible.
All right, thank you, Barrister Medemaku Abayomi. Thank you for your time. All right, our viewers, this is still Point Blank on News Peddlers, where we discuss issues of public concern in Badagry, Nigeria, and around the world. Still the same time, 4 p.m. on Sundays. Thank you for being with us.